Once upon a time, in a land filled with glittering castles, singing birds, and skies painted in cotton candy colors, there lived a kind and beautiful queen who dreamed of having a child. One sunny morning, her wish came true, and a tiny princess was born, with hair as golden as sunshine and eyes as blue as the summer sky. The king and queen were so overjoyed that they decided to throw the grandest celebration the kingdom had ever seen. They invited everyone, noble lords, friendly villagers, and of course the magical fairies who watched over the land. One by one, the fairies came forward to give the baby princess special gifts: beauty, kindness, and the sweetest singing voice in the world. But just as the last fairy stepped forward, a chilling wind swept through the room. An uninvited fairy, dressed in shadows and anger, floated in with a glare that made everyone shiver. "So," she hissed, "you forgot to invite me. How rude!" With a flick of her staff, she cast a dreadful curse. On her 16th birthday, the princess shall prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a sleep that lasts forever. Before the curse could settle, the last good fairy stepped forward. "I cannot break the curse," she said, "but I can change it. The princess will not die. She will sleep until awakened by true love's kiss." Before the kingdom could recover from the shock of the curse, the good fairy whispered a plan to the king and queen. "We must hide her away where no spinning wheel can find her." And so, that very night, under the cover of moonlight, the three good fairies took the princess far from the castle. They raised her in a little cottage hidden in the forest, giving her the name Briar Rose to keep her safe. Briar Rose grew up to be as beautiful as the dawn, with a voice so sweet that the woodland creatures would stop and listen. She loved to explore the forest, dance among the flowers, and dream of meeting someone who truly understood her heart. One afternoon, as she sang her favorite song, a young prince named Philip happened to ride by and heard her voice. They spoke for only a short while, but in that moment, both felt something magical, as if their hearts had been waiting for each other forever. That evening, when Briar Rose told her fairy guardians about the young man, they gasped in alarm. "You must never see him again. Tonight you must return to the castle. It is your 16th birthday." Confused and heartbroken, Briar Rose followed them back to the palace, where the king and queen welcomed her with tears of joy. But lurking in the shadows, the evil fairy had been waiting for this moment. She disguised herself as an old woman and lured Briar Rose into a quiet room at the top of a spiral staircase. In the center of the room stood a strange object she had never seen before, a spinning wheel. "Just touch it, dear, and see how smooth it is," the old woman whispered with a wicked grin. The moment Briar Rose's finger touched the spindle, she collapsed into a deep, magical sleep. The good fairy quickly used her magic to put the entire kingdom to sleep, so that when the princess awoke, she would not be alone. The years passed, and vines grew thick around the castle, hiding it from the world. But one day, Prince Philip learned of the sleeping princess from the three good fairies. Determined to save her, he set out toward the hidden castle, but the evil fairy was waiting. She transformed herself into a massive,
fire-breathing dragon, blocking the castle gates. The prince drew his sword, and with the fairies' magic, he fought bravely.
Finally, with one mighty strike, he defeated the dragon, which vanished in a burst of black smoke. He hurried inside the castle, following the sound of his own heartbeat until he found the sleeping princess. Leaning down, he gently kissed her forehead. Her eyes fluttered open, and for the first time in years, the kingdom awoke. The king and queen embraced their daughter, tears of happiness shining in their eyes. Prince Philip and Princess Aurora, as she was truly named, were soon married, and the kingdom celebrated for days. And they lived happily ever after, where love, kindness, and courage always won the day.